Take you out to Marble Falls, our Highland Furniture and River City Grill camera there, where there's some rain around. Nothing particularly terrible as far as the storms go right now, although some gusty winds are certainly a possibility. Rain coverage did not get everyone beneficial wet weather in the hill country since midnight. Some zeros in parts of Gillespie County, but then you've got the Little Llano River there near Llano with almost an inch of rain since midnight, and in Burnett about a half inch of rain since midnight. Exactly a half inch at Austin's Camp Mabry since midnight, although most of that has come within the last 3 hours. Very little at the airport so far. Half an inch in Driftwood and a little more than that, closing in on about 2/3 of an inch of rain there in Dripping Springs, half an inch for you in Florence. And then in our eastern counties, most of you have not had much, with the exception of Thorndale there, reporting a little more than an inch of rain. That would make it one of our wettest spots on the map so far. Reason we had higher concentrations of rain today, as expected, it was always our day with the highest rain chances of the week. Well, we've got a very close by weak cold front. You're not going to feel a huge temperature drop with this front, but it is helping to produce some lift, extra lift in the atmosphere, focusing the rain and storms here over central Texas. And that's what we've got outside right now, the leading edge of which continues to dive through portions of the area and almost out of central Texas. And then in its wake, we've got some showers and storms that not quite as strong as the initial line was. But there's still some strong storms in the mix, don't get me wrong, including for parts of Caldwell County, central and southwestern sections of Hayes County, including you in Wimberley, getting some heavy rain and some occasional rumbles of thunder. And some of that continues into portions of southern Blanco County, including the city of Blanco, getting some heavy rain. You're seeing that heavier rain tapering off to more of a light shower in Johnson City now. And light rain is what we've got in much of the Austin metro, including Austin itself and east of I-35 too, slightly heavier, perhaps just southeast of downtown. There's another round trying to move in, although I think it'll be weakening as it does so. But this cluster of storms just north of Williamson County does carry with it some lightning and some locally heavy rain and gusty winds too. So we're not quite done yet, but as the sun gets lower in the sky, the rain coverage should drop. Very limited showers around at 7, and then we're dry here by about 8, 9 o'clock with just a low 10% rain chance through midnight. Tomorrow, I think we get more sun to begin the day, but once again, another round of some scattered showers and storms at midday and into the afternoon, although not quite as widespread as the rain today. We do think that about a third of central Texas should see some rain during the second half of the day tomorrow. So storms fading tonight, we get down to 74, a partly cloudy night. 30% of us seeing rain and storms tomorrow, mostly in the afternoon and early evening. Rain chances down to 10% Saturday and looking all dry on Sunday. In fact, most of the weekend is seasonably hot and dry. We're up to 100 on Monday, and then some low rain chances knock temperatures down a little bit toward the middle of next week.